Hey, what's going on, guys? Nate Investing here, back with another market update video. So today, just want to kind of go through some things that I'm seeing in the markets. Nothing much, just looking to speak to those who want to listen. So we'll get right into it here. Probably one of the most important things that I've seen in the last week would be this here. So Elon Musk says that basically that robots will eventually outnumber people. I believe crypto is actually probably the best bet on this happening. So a lot of people would think like, oh, robotics companies, maybe you need material to build the robots, like maybe mining companies, that those are the best bets on robotics. I mean, yeah, that's true if you pick the right company. I actually hold some Tesla because I think Tesla is the ultimate robotics play. But crypto is going to be the ultimate bet on robotics. And this is because they're not going to open up a bank account and then you spend the money on services for people, right? These robot buy and they're going to be spending money using crypto. They're not going to be going out and spending money using a bank account. So we need to find the projects that are targeting just the ability to move money in data, right? For these robots to function. And I think the ultimate bet on that is just Chainlink. If you understand where we're going, you can predict the future. You can invest in these projects that are going to change the world. And obviously, this is going to be a long time, right, before robots actually replace people. But to clinch a bet on that happening, Chainlink is probably one of the ultimate moves here. Another one is just think about how many like bots online are going to be using money, right? And for that, I think any DEX is just a great bet on robotics and like AI agents. Aerodrome Finance, probably one of my favorite projects. This is the ultimate DEX behind Base. I mean, heck, we have the largest bank in the world, JP Morgan. They're launching JP Morgan coin on Base. So this project is going to see some heavy inflows. Like the utility of this project is amazing. And for my absolute gamble robotics play, it's going to be modular. As you can see here, like absolutely miserable chart. I don't even know what like this project really does, to be honest with you. Like I know they're building like a blockchain that's basically based on robotics, but it's just the ultimate narrative play. Crypto is all about narratives, so eventually the robotics narrative is going to absolutely blow up. Just like the AI agent narrative, there's the RWA narrative. There for a little bit there was like the DeFi narrative. So eventually it's going to come around and there's going to be a robotics narrative. There's going to be all these robotics projects, and I think modular is actually one of the best ways to just capitalize on. And eventually, crypto is all about narratives. Once the narrative turns around, it's robotics. E-modular is going to bet for that. Another robotics play actually is in the BitTensor subnets. It's called Canutra. The subnet essentially gives and kind of these are the videos they come out with here. Or well, it's not really videos, but essentially they put out a problem. Right, we need you to design a robot that solves like this problem of them opening up the door and this opening and closing the drawer. And essentially people submit their models to complete these tasks. And essentially all it is decentralizing the technology and like the AI, the artificial intelligence behind robotics. And this subnet has actually absolutely just been ripping lately, up 50% in the last 7 days. Let's see here. Yeah, it's almost a top performer on the day, 13%. And this is all while it's paying you 40% APY. People in the BitTensor subnets are just winning right now. And I think there's a couple of reasons for this. So kind of run over to some of these metrics. I think one of the big ones is that people are still discovering the subnets, right? So this is just the amount of TAL that's been allocated to the subnets. And it's just, I mean, look at this uptrend. Absolutely destroyed it. And it's just a structural build. You're not seeing this go parabolic. You're just seeing a steady inflow into the subnets. People realizing like, oh shoot, I can get like here, let me go to my market cap here. Like I can stake my root into shoots, for example, like a subnet, not going anywhere, very solid play, right? Like just, I mean, look at it, it's just solid, right? And you could have your money in root, right, and be earning 7%. But people are realizing, like, oh shoot, I could have my money in shoots. Pun not intended there. And you could be earning 66% APY. Absolutely just beautiful play here in the BitTensor subnets. Like, it's just like, it doesn't get better than this in crypto right now. These are the only people winning in crypto, is the people that are in the BitTensor subnets currently. On to my next thing. So obviously everyone's seeing this this big penguin fiasco coming about, and I don't know if you guys have watched the video, but it's absolutely just a great video. The penguin going towards the mountains and all that. I mean, sure, I'm not gonna harp on you. You guys have seen it, but I'm just waiting. So we see the volume and the hype behind this project, right? And I'm just waiting for that hype, that same hype, to come into Pudgy Penguins here. Pudgy Penguins is the mascot of crypto, right? It's, you see this penguin everywhere. Is on the Las Vegas Sphere. They have NHL partnerships. They're partnered with Manchester City. It doesn't end for Pudgy Penguins. It's not going to end. So right now the world is kind of gearing up, or at least being, conditioned into this whole penguin kind of fiasco, or it's on people's minds, right? So my question is that when is the liquidity going to flow from, and the hype going to flow from the penguin meme to Pudgy Penguins here, that have been building a ecosystem, a solid project, and the founder Luca that is just a winner, So right now, I mean, I'm just been dollar cost averaging, buying all the way back down here. Like, it's, this thing's going to absolutely rip when it does, and I think it could be sooner than later, given the kind of the meta behind all the penguin stuff right now. But time will tell. Just kind of asking, do you guys think that Pudgy Penguins is going to see the inflows from this penguin fiasco? So that's all I had there. One of my big posts this week was just, I just want to basically, I was just thinking, all these projects, they're at these rock bottom prices. We're just going to put it on my X, the price that it is today or yesterday. These are some of my most highest conviction plays that I'll probably, I'm asking book market, right? This is going to be and no one. So we'll see how this plays out. Might be an epic fail, but obviously we got Tau and Link there, ICP, HBAR, XRP. Those are my top 5 holdings right there. Kind of touched on the Arrow, Pinlink, huge narrative play on AI, RWA, DPIN, Bitcoin mining, tokenization. Like, it's just very solid project, but absolutely miserable looking project, right? Had a big run up from 4 cents to $4. It's only sitting at 10 million market cap right now. And the one thing about Pinlink is that how it works is that people will basically buy tokenized fractions of miners using the Pinlink token. So right now those fractional shares of miners are in demand because the market conditions are not ideal. But once the Pinlink token becomes in demand again, and people start selling their tokenized shares of these miners for the Pinlink token, we will see Pinlink go absolutely parabolic. So all it is the shift. It's down because of the business model, and the business model is working. They keep coming out with new projects or new products that utilize the Pinlink token as the reserve currency of the network. And once this, once the demand for the Pinlink token comes back and people start selling off their tokenized assets on the Pinlink marketplace, this thing will go parabolic. But that's all I got there on Pinlink. Chaos, I haven't talked about Chaos yet, but we can talk about that next video. And then obviously we got Wagme World. This is the early stage investor project that is just, guys, just love it, man. It's just a bet on Elliott and the early stage investor, As you can see here, still holding pretty strong, this resistance here, not moving anywhere. And this is also, I mean, heck, it's down, I don't know, less than 25% from the recent local top here. And I mean, what even is that move? That's a less than 25% move from November. I mean, let's just take a quick look what Solana is down. Yeah, so I mean, for example, here we have Solana is down like 165 around where that chart was in November, down to 125. That's about, I don't know, quick math. It's about the same move, about 20 or so percent move down. So that means that WAGMI is holding against Solana. Like it's only moved down because of Solana, and otherwise this project would have just been probably continuing upward if Solana was going up. But unlike a couple projects, so other Solana projects, like for example, we got the other WAGMI project here, and as you can see that these guys have just been absolutely just rug pulling their community here. I mean, look at this move downward here. And this is like this is about a 70% move to the downside from the beginning of the year. And I mean, these guys have constantly. So this is early stage investor. This is basically his community coin. That's why we're in this. He's the WAGMI sailor. He's not going to sell this. I don't think people understand the revenue drip into the project. Like all these buys here is literally just Elliot buying back the token. Doesn't end, just slowly drips into the project over time. Revenue backed community coin. So that's what that means. And that's kind of why WAGMI is also up. But then we have the other WAGMI token. And these guys, I mean, people trusted these guys. And as you can see that, someone's selling this project off. Someone is absolutely just dumping this token on their holders. Like no accountability, nothing. Just straight, just dumping on your community. And we're all gonna make it. No, it's the select few that are gonna make it with this project. With the other WAGMI project here, everyone's gonna make it here. Like there's not gonna be losers here. And as you can see here, both the WAGMI projects, I mean, they're in contention right now for who's going to be the top WAGMI project on Solana. Obviously, the previous WAGMI project, I think it was at, I mean, for the longest time, it was at almost $1 million market cap, and it's actually come down to the level of this project just building. So with this project, you're getting something very early stage, something very trusted. There's accountability. With the other WAGMI project, there's lack of accountability. They like to go on other people's posts and call people scammers, even though the project is not a scam. Big things I believe are coming for WAGMI. I think they had a post today. Yep. So WAGMI continue to deliver. Yep. Continue to deliver for the community, up 3,000%. They have massive announcements coming, so super excited to see what that is. But I mean, that's about all I had for you today. Just running through what I'm looking at. Basically touched on the big one, robotics here, the BitTensor subnets. Basically, how fast do you think the Penguin hype is going to flip into Pengu? And then also just WAGMI for the win, man. This project is gonna go on a tear. Like we call it was a 50x move already from when Elliot basically announced it. We've been tracking this for a while. Absolutely crazy return so far, and it's only gonna go higher. So, but yeah, that's all I have for you today. This is not financial advice, and you guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.